Hey, welcome to Soul Fitness Divas, and I'm Debbie Williams, and I hope that you're having a wonderful day or evening or whenever you're seeing this. It's Heart and Soul time. I have another successful story of from size 22 to size 6. And now she is addicted to the energy of exercising. And who is she? Well, let me tell you. Her name is Tresha Hamilton, and she got her wake-up call because her child, her 7-year-old child, was morbidly obese. And what does it say here? She had symptoms of type 2 diabetes already at only 7 years old. Okay. And her husband said to her one day, she said, "Do you realize that she's eating the same food portion sizes as you?" So that was her wake-up call, and what she decided to do was to start walking every day. And then she got her daughter actually, she got free passes for her to a recreation center where she could go and play and be active instead of sitting in front of, the television set or playing video games, which is, another major contributor in addition to diet, in addition to poor diet. It's another major contributor to obesity, overweight and obesity, sitting there watching TV, couch potato, and, getting addicted to video games and whatnot. So now she has her out running around at the recreation center, and let's see, she played a trick on her family so they would leave her alone. She got out of work at 3, but she told them she didn't get out until 4. That gave her an hour to do what she had to do with her workout, and nobody knew. And this is what happened. She went from this size 22 to teaching Zumba classes 4 nights a week. I'm going to try to get this in the camera. There she is. And I'm going to try to get the little girl in there closer. There she is, overweight, with all that sickness, starting up with her, the symptoms. She was vomiting. The early signs of type 2 diabetes, vomiting, tired all the time, and thirsty, vomiting, tired, thirsty, not good signs. So anyway, let me get her back here. Her name is Nia, and she has got her, I don't know if it's karate or taekwondo, because I had my son in taekwondo at one point, to help control his weight when he was having problems. Actually, it wasn't what I was feeding him, it was family members. I'd send him to family members' houses, and he would eat their food instead of eating what I was cooking. I was using like lean turkey instead of the red meat, which is far less fatty than the ground beef, but I'll get into that in another video. So what ended up happening, let's see, she says that her spiritual and her emotional health has changed even more drastically than her physical health has. Now, I don't agree. I'm just going to tell you what she did, but I'm going to tell you what I don't agree with. She's eating a lot of pork here, and you can still lose weight if you cut calories in any way. You're going to lose weight, but the problem with the pork is that it can still give you the diseases, the artery clogging diseases. And, she says that she has lean cuts of pork, but there's no such a thing as a lean cut of pork, because when you cut the visible fat, the fat that you can see with your eyes, the fat in the tissue, in the meat, is marbled in. And that's why it's just not a good choice. Pigs are scavengers, so even when they're not factory farmed, they're just full of toxins, and I'll get into that in another video. I already have some videos uploaded about pork. Are you still on the slave diet is the name of the video series. Actually, I believe it's a two-part series. But anyway, this is Tresha Hamilton. Now, I commend her, you know, for her activity levels. Her activity levels, the fact that she got her weight down the way that she did. But, you know, there's a problem with the pork. Now, what she's doing right is, okay, with the eggs, she's choosing egg whites for breakfast instead of the, you know, the whole egg, you know, which has the yolk, which is, you know, filled with, you know, which is cholesterol. Turkey bacon. It's less fatty than the pork bacon, but the problem with that is that, you know, it's so, it's chemicalized and it's processed. There's just not enough whole foods, and it's not a high vegetation diet that she has adopted here. So, that's another one. Fitness is a family affair, and it really is. You know, you've got to train them while they're young, because once they're older, you know, you can't control them anymore. And then, on top of that, even if you do raise them right, they get around other kids, they get out on their own, and, you know, you have to accept, you know, the choices that they make. You know, you know, I have family members who this has happened to, where, you know, the kid grows up, they've been eating a healthy diet at home, and then they go out there, and inside of a year, you know, they're technically obese now, and, you know, showing signs of, you know, early diabetes and whatnot. And, you know, that's when you have to kind of just sit back and just, you know, hope that the person will, the child involved, adult child involved, will, you know, change their ways and go back to what they were taught, you know, at home. So anyway, I'll give you one more look. It can be done. She doesn't give a before picture. And, you know, that's understandable, because a lot of people who, you know, have a problem with overweight, they hide from the camera. So that's understandable that she did that. But I do commend her and applaud her for getting her weight down. And I hope that she, you know, adopts a high plant-based diet. You know, whether she's, you know, going to continue with animal products or not, the high plant-based diet is just really important. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you at my next video. You honor your temple, and you take care. Bye-bye.